I'm 29 now. I've had a lot of horrific experiences in my life, but nothing sits in my brain the way one night does. One night when I was 15. It was my first real babysitting job, not just watching a cousin for an hour. This was different. This was a family friend, Mark and Diane, their son Charlie. He was 5. The kind of job where your parents know their parents and everyone assumes it's safe, by default. They lived in a nice house, quiet neighborhood, normal. That's part of why it messed with me. It didn't feel like the kind of house where anything bad could happen. It felt like home. Friday night, early fall. My parents dropped me off at 6:30. Mark and Diane were already dressed up, going out for the evening. Mark shook my hand like I was applying for a job. Diane kept calling me a lifesaver. They went over the basics: dinner, bedtime, keep Charlie's door cracked open. And then, Mark pointed out the locks. Front door, they never used it, came in through the garage. Back door, that's the one I'd use. He told me I needed to lock both locks, the deadbolt on top, the regular lock underneath. I nodded. I thought a lock was a lock. They left around 7. Charlie and I played games, cards, video games. Around 7:45, I heated up dinner, mac and cheese, chicken nuggets. After that, we brushed his teeth, went upstairs. His room was at the end of a wide hallway on the second floor. Small closet, sliding doors, a nightlight glowing soft yellow, and a tall hamper in the corner. I tucked him in, read him a short book, stood in the hallway for a minute like he asked. When things went quiet, I left his door cracked open, and I went to the guest bedroom down the hall. About 40 minutes later, I heard footsteps. Charlie was standing in the doorway, holding a stuffed animal. He didn't look sleepy. He looked scared. He whispered that he heard something in his closet. Scratching. I told him it was probably the house settling. Old houses make noises. He shook his head. So I walked him back to his room, checked the closet. The sliding doors were closed. I opened one, moved some clothes around. Nothing there. He relaxed. I tucked him back in. 15 minutes later, he came back again. This time he said, "Chris, the closet door moved." We walked back to his room, and when I stopped in the doorway, my stomach dropped. One of the closet doors was completely open. I knew I had closed it. I asked Charlie why he opened it, but the way he insisted he didn't, it didn't sound like he was lying. I slid the door shut. It didn't feel like it could have opened on its own. I tucked him in again, went back down the hall, told myself to stop being stupid. I was 15, in a family friend's house, on a safe street. 10 minutes later, Charlie called out again. When I entered his room, he was crying. He pointed toward the corner. Behind the hamper, pressed into the narrow space between it and the wall, was a person, crouched, hiding. I saw a shoulder, shoes, and eyes looking straight at me. I grabbed Charlie, back toward the door without looking away, and we ran. We locked ourselves in the guest room. I called 911. The police arrived minutes later. The house was empty. The front door was wide open. The deadbolt on the back door unlocked. If Charlie hadn't come to get me, I don't want to think about what would have happened. So if a child ever tells you something feels wrong, don't dismiss it. Sometimes they aren't imagining anything at all.